Okay, live. Going live. All right, we're live. So today, hello everyone, Dreaming English with Lila here to talk about Black Friday, and I'll talk about Black Friday, my experiences, and the history of it. And Lila's going to ask me some questions. But today, actually, here in the United States, is Black Friday.
Yes. So today you are celebrating Black Friday in United States of America. So how do you celebrate this Black Friday?
So a little bit about it is that it really has started probably, well, it's been going on for many, many years, but the actual name of Black Friday, meaning this huge sale of things like flat screen televisions, computers, all kinds of things that we don't necessarily need, but maybe we want them. The biggest sales of the year being after Thanksgiving. And that really has been for probably the last 20, 30 years that the name Black Friday as the day after Thanksgiving um, is that whole big sales, Black Friday, and all the stores would advertise it as Black Friday. But way before that, people were going out for Black Friday shopping, even before it got known as Black Friday. And so, what do people do? Well, there are people that right after they're done eating their Thanksgiving turkey, they will drive to the stores and they will wait overnight in their cars to be the first in line to get all of these sale items at the stores. Um, Walmart's known all over the world, right? Walmart gets the biggest amount of people that are waiting. They could be upwards of thousands of people waiting outside their stores for them to open the stores and open it up to these items that are super cheap. Lila, are you trying to say something because you're muted?
Yes, yes. But I just know Black Friday, a little bit about Black Friday. So why is it called Black Friday?
Okay, so that's a good question. So the origins of this sale day being Black Friday actually goes back to the 1960s in Philadelphia, United States, when the tradition was a lot of people the day after Thanksgiving, which is always the fourth Thursday of November, is Thanksgiving, that people didn't go to work the next day. Instead, they wanted to get started on their holiday shopping. So they would go to the stores and they would end up lots of traffic and lots of foot traffic. And the police in Philadelphia called it Black Friday because it was such a crazy, out of control day with so many people going to the stores and so many people in the streets that they called it Black Friday. Now, for it to be called Black Friday by all the stores, that started in the 80s. Because Black Friday actually has some bad connotation going back to the 1800s, where there was apparently these people invested in gold and then the gold dropped on a Friday. So stores actually wanted to call it Big Friday, but that didn't catch on. So they kind of changed the whole theme of this because it had this negative connotation of crowded stores and craziness. So the stores came up with this myth, and I actually believe this was true, that all through the year that the stores were in the red, meaning that they were selling at a loss. They were selling at a loss until Black Friday when they put all these sales. And that Black Friday meant they sold so much that they got into the black, meaning that they were no longer at a loss and they were at a profit. So they kind of spun this as a myth that Black Friday is this good thing. Go out to the stores and spend your money, and you're going to help the stores because you will help them get into profit out of being at a loss, right? But you'll also get big screen televisions. You'll get, iPhones, you'll get whatever you want at super discounts, right? So that is where it came from, really from the 1950s, but the store is actually putting a spin on it and saying this is actually a good thing, right? Probably since the 1980s.
Oh, I got it. On Black Friday, you people are shopping and spending your money. So is this a Black Friday where you shop and you spend your money?
Yes. This is a day when I will always think, oh, I really
I think
need, or
Black Friday is the biggest day,
the
uh,
biggest sale day in the
biggest
US. And
Sunday. Yeah.
actually as I was watching some videos on it, which are in the description of this, it has actually moved on to being not just the United States, but also in Great Britain. And Europe has it. Like, I think in some countries in Europe, they celebrate it a week before. But they call it a different name because in Europe, Black Friday also has negative connotations, apparently. But in any case, it's mostly in the United States. And if I am thinking like, oh, I need a new computer, I might decide, oh, it's August. Like, can I wait until Black Friday? Maybe I'm going to get a good deal. So I might wait until that date to be able to buy the thing, right? So I have gone out to stores during Black Friday, and I can tell you about my experiences. Never to buy anything like a big flat screen television, but I have gone out for it.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So when did Black Friday become the positive things? Because in Black Friday, I think it's a positive things. So when did Black Friday becomes positive thing?
Yeah, so like basically it had this negative connotation going back from the 50s that, oh, it's just this day that all the stores are having sales and the roads are crowded and there's like lots of like people are upset because people are calling in sick and not going to work. So the stores decided to have this whole myth that Black Friday is the day that they put everything on sale and they sell so much that they actually go into what's called the black, and they're no longer in the red, meaning they're no longer in loss, but they're in profit. And that happened about 1985, that they started to kind of like really advertise all these like flyers that I actually don't get the newspaper anymore, but I would have my newspaper would be going from this thick to this thick because it would have all these flyers for Best Buy, Walmart, Target, and everything for all of their sales that they would have today. And as the time went on, they started to have their stores open earlier and earlier and earlier the next day. So they went from being, maybe they would start opening at 5 a.m. to starting at 4 a.m. until some stores actually start opening on Thanksgiving Day, on the Thursday, the night before. So to answer your question, for it to be like this whole positive thing, this myth about Black Friday being like we're getting out of the stores to get out of the loss and we're going to be able to get all these great things at the stores for super cheap, was probably since the 1980s.
Yes. Yesterday I was watching one of your videos. That was the short videos you uploaded on your YouTube channels, and that was the Thanksgiving Day. So
Yeah,
what
so
about that?
yesterday was Thanksgiving, and so my tradition that I've had with my kids forever is to watch the Thanksgiving Day parade in Macy's, which is the Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade. Macy's is this big, huge department store around the world, but mostly in New York City, and they have this very famous parade. And so that's our tradition, and we'll watch that. In years past, when my son would play in the marching band, we would go to the high school football game, which is one of the oldest high school football games on Thanksgiving, Leominster versus Fitchburg. And we would go watch the football game and watch my son play in the marching band, right? So then we would cook a turkey and we'd eat. And then, of course, we'd go to sleep and get up really early to go to the shops, right?
So the Black Friday only you do celebrate in America only, or in other
So,
countries
I
people
thought
also?
it was just in the United States, but I found some videos which are in the description that it's actually that they do have it in Great Britain as well. And in some European countries, they do have Black Friday sales, but they don't call it Black Friday. Like I think it was in Belgium and some other countries. In France, they call it something else because Black Friday in Europe apparently has some negative connotation. There was some sort of like, I think there was a terrorist attack on a Friday, so they call that Black Friday. So they have a different name for it in Europe. But they do
Yeah.
have the sales usually around this week or the week before.
Yes, Black Friday is the different names in the different countries. So
Yeah.
where did this come, these words? Where did come these words? The Black Friday words come from the,
Yeah, I mean, so like the whole like back in the 1800s, there apparently were these two investors that were investing in gold, and then the price of gold dropped on a Friday, so they called it Black Friday because it was like a really bad day that the market for gold went down on a Friday, and so usually the black is having a negative connotation. And then, like I said, there were these police officers in Philadelphia after Thanksgiving that called it a Black Friday, but as a negative thing because of so many people that went out to the shops after Thanksgiving. So I actually took part in Black Friday a few times, and I went out to, I actually like basically hardly went to sleep because Black Friday sales usually start at 4 a.m. here. So I might go to sleep at 10 p.m. and then wake up at 2 a.m. and then drive to the stores and wait. And it's cold here. Like you see me wearing, like it's cold. Right now it's 4 degrees Celsius, but it has been way colder. It's been like snow and ice and super cold. So people are waiting outside in like really, really cold, and they're waiting outside all night here in Massachusetts where I live for these sales, right? So I have taken part in a few of them, never to the crazy Walmart ones, but I've gone to places like Kohl's, which is like a department store, and I bought things like a big roaster oven to cook my turkey. I bought DVD players back when I used to use DVD players and things like that. But I never went to the crazy Walmart thing that, at their opening time.
Yeah. So in Black Friday, when do you go for shopping? I think shopping is the best things on Black Friday. People go to the shopping mall and they waste their money. So when do you go to the shopping malls? I mean, from morning to evenings, or it's a specific time?
So like I used to go, and I don't anymore so much. I used to go to the shops, and I used to drive in my car and go at 2 a.m. and then the stores would open at 4 a.m. Some of them open before. I think that Walmart opens at midnight. And I actually did try to go to Walmart once. I went over there at midnight and I saw the whole parking lot full, and I saw people lined up all around the store, and I decided, forget it. There's nothing worth my time to stand in line for that long to get it. And a lot of times these Black Friday things would be like, okay, they have limited amounts. Like maybe they have these flat screen televisions, but maybe they only have 100. So unless you're the first person in line, you're not going to end up getting that flat screen television, right? So I just end up forget it. I'm not going to Walmart. Another time I was going to go to Toys R Us, which is out of business now, but I wanted to get like a playground thing, swings and stuff for my kids that was on sale. And again, the parking lot was full. There were people waiting all lined up all around the store. And I changed my mind. I'm not going there. I don't like crowds like that. And I figured there's no way I'm going to get the sale item because there's already more than 100 people. And maybe there's only 100. Like there's some things that are limited. Maybe there's only 100 flat screen televisions. The idea that stores really want, they will put, they'll put like flat screens on sale. They'll put like iPhones on sale and stuff like that. But they want you to come in and not just buy that flat screen and not just buy the iPhone. They want you to fill your shopping cart with all kinds of other things that are not on sale because you're walking by and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I want that. So they don't want you only to buy their sale items. And people do. Like when I went in, I bought more than the roaster oven that I went for. I bought more. I ended up filling up my cart with all this stuff I didn't need.
Yes. So we have another more participant, Monique
Yeah,
from.
and I just want to say anybody that is watching like English with English Valentine and I think it's a neat, I never can say your name properly. Put your questions in the chat and we'll answer them as we get to them. I'm not going to be typing anything in the chat.
Okay, Monique, if you have any question, you can ask on Black Friday to our YouTubers or ourselves.
First of all, good evening. Thanks for your opportunity to me. Actually, my name is Manik Alam. I'm from Bangladesh. Now I'm a student. And I'm basically
okay.
learning to English speaking. So I need some suggestion. Actually, madam, what do you prefer? Like British or American accent? And how can improve our communication, like improve our speaking, etc. Like reading.
Okay, I will talk a little bit about that. Today's topic is Black Friday, but I will talk a little bit. And Lila and I had a conversation, was it 2 weeks ago now? As far as accents, I don't have a preference. I like them both. As far as improving your English speaking, I think the best thing to do is to listen, listen, listen. If you want to have more of a British accent, then I would listen to more people from Britain. But you'll probably always have, some accent from Bangladesh, but that's okay because I'll tell you one thing, Americans, we love accents from people from all over the world. And I said that last time I was having this conversation with Lila. I love to listen to somebody like from Bangladesh. I love to listen to somebody from India. I love to listen to people from Italy and such. So be proud of your accent, be proud of your heritage, but the best way to improve your speaking is by listening more to the language. Today, our conversation is about Black Friday, which is today. I got up really early and drinking my coffee right now because today is Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, when all of our shops, all of our stores have huge sales and people don't even go to sleep. Some people just go directly after eating their turkey or directly after eating their Thanksgiving meal. They drive directly to the stores and they wait in line to be able to get into the stores to get all these deals. So that's what I kind of thought the topic could be. If you want to ask questions, I'm not sure if you heard of Black Friday from where you live. We also have Claudette joining, so please introduce yourself and ask questions if you like.
Yes. Otherwise, I will ask because I
Okay.
have so many questions. So, Russell, can you tell me how many people have killed or injured in Black Friday?
I don't know exactly how many people have died. There certainly have been. There was one, I believe in 2008. It was upstate New York, and so he was a Walmart worker, and he had actually just started working for Walmart, and he was given the job to be crowd control, and that Walmart was going to open, I believe, at 5 a.m. And at 3 a.m. they called the police because already 2,000 people were waiting in line for whatever, flat screen TVs, whatever they wanted, were waiting outside that Walmart store. At 5 a.m. there was even more people, and they were pushing against the glass doors so much that the glass doors were bulging in, right? And so before they officially opened the doors, they burst through and they broke the doors, and they trampled over this poor worker from Walmart, and they just went and grabbed whatever. They just trampled over him. They didn't even stop to see if he was okay. And then other Walmart employees went over to see if he was okay. He unfortunately did not survive the injuries and he died. And they even tried to announce that in the Walmart and say, please, everybody go home. A Walmart employee has died here as a result of everybody trampling him. And the people refused to leave until they got what they wanted from the sales. I have somebody from asking, I think it's Auntie, is asking, does Tesla participate in Black Friday? I'm not sure if Tesla does, but Zoom does. When I went to open the Zoom, it says Black Friday sale. So I think if I probably signed up for a year of Zoom, I would get a discount or something. So I'm not exactly sure if Tesla does participate in Black Friday. But yeah, I think you probably could Google that. But so many places, like I was surprised to see Zoom saying Black Friday sale.
Yes. So we have another one participant. Can you tell me your name, Herna?
Now.
Yeah. Okay, Monique, you have any question on Black Friday?
Okay, well, I want to also share that, so the Black Friday has been moving onto the internet as well, where they have what's called Cyber Monday. I'm not sure if anybody heard of Cyber Monday, but it's the idea that after Black Friday, that all of like Amazon and all of the big companies that sell stuff on the internet, that they're going to have sales on Monday historically. So it's kind of like morphed into more than just a Friday. And I was watching some videos that were saying that there's been a decline of people that are in the stores, actually physically in the stores on Friday. More people are buying online, so that's why companies have come up with having Cyber Monday sales, or kind of turning it into like it's a Black Friday weekend event. I'm going to let someone else in. So would you like to ask another question? And I see that Claudette has joined. If you want to ask a question as well. If anybody wants to unmute and ask a question, please do. The topic is Black Friday, which is what today is here in the U.S. We had Thanksgiving yesterday, and today is the historic day when people start their holiday shopping, mainly for Christmas, but Hanukkah or whatever they're shopping for, and all the stores have huge sales.
Yes. So on Black Friday, how do the young mass celebrate? Is this a kind of festivals, or I'm not sure is this kind of a festival of Black Friday? And I am not aware about young children and young mass they are celebrating or not. Are they celebrating?
So some people, like mostly Black Friday is not like an official holiday, but really just like sales and stores. And some people bring their kids, although I would not bring my kids, especially to those super early sales, because like I told you the story just about that sales worker at Walmart getting killed, right? So I don't think it's a safe place for adults to go, never mind to bring your children to. There's been fights. People have had fights over things, like maybe that's the last, flat screen television, and people are fighting over that. There had definitely been more deaths, injuries. I've never experienced anything like that because I didn't go to those type of stores. What I would go to was a less busy department store to get some sale items. There were crowds, but not so much that there was like, crowds where I got hurt, but just a matter of like, I just felt like, it's really crowded, which I don't really like to be in crowds. So yeah, I think it's not something that I would bring my children to, at least not to that craziness. Maybe like later in the day, my daughter has been interested. Let's go to the stores on Black Friday, and like, all right, at 10 a.m., I think it's okay. It's still crowded, but it's not so crowded that people are getting hurt. But I have seen people bringing little kids into the stores and those early hours.
Yeah. So we have another new participant, Ainurs.
Hello. I'm calling. Yeah. Okay, this is Claudette from Monterrey, Mexico. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you, Claudette, for joining from Mexico.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, we have kind of celebration the same, but we call the Buen Fin. And it's something similar, but we did it about last week. Okay, a week before. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I was reading how some places in Europe have it last week. So tell me more about your, is it Buen Fin that you said? Buen Fin in Mexico?
Yes, it's Buen Fin, and we have like 3 days, not only 1 day. We have actually, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We have, many days. But sometimes we don't believe so much about those sales here in Mexico. So they just increase so much about the price, and then they have like 5% discount. So that's not very trustful about that discount.
Yeah, and that's exactly like here in the US, I found the same thing, that very few things, there are things that are a huge discount, but there's very few items of that. So if you're not like the first 100 in line, you're not going to get that flat screen at a really good price. So I found as the years have passed, those Black Friday sales are not worth my time going,
Exactly.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this is my first time here, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Yes. Thank you
so much.
Thank you
I actually went to Mexico almost 4 years ago. I went to Acapulco and Mexico City. So thank you so much for joining.
Okay. Yes, I'm the part of the north. Monterrey is an industrial city. Okay, very close to McAllen and Brownsville and those places. Yeah. Okay, and we are like 2 hours by driving and half an hour by plane. So we're so close. Yes, it's very beautiful. Welcome here to Monterrey, Mexico. Whenever you have time to come, I can give you a tour.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're saying that you're in Massachusetts, in Boston, or what place?
Yeah, I'm one hour west of Boston, and my son's actually going to school at Northeastern University in Boston.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for having these beautiful videos, and they are going to be very useful for other people to learn about the cultures. That's why we're here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And I want to say hello. We have Vignesh joining. Thank you, everyone in the chat. If you want to just type your questions and we'll try to answer them. The topic is Black Friday. So have you heard of Black Friday? Today in the U.S. is Black Friday. We just learned that, Claudette, there in Mexico, they have a similar sale called Winfin, I believe, which I speak some Spanish, but I haven't heard of that before, which they had last week, and it's over a few days. Here in the US, the biggest sales are actually on the Friday, but we have like sales throughout the weekend. And then we continue it on, I think throughout the world, what's called Cyber Monday. So please put your questions. Lila, do you have more questions for me? And anyone else that's joined too, you can unmute yourself and ask questions.
Yes, you can see now my background is black. So is this Black Friday is kind of black day?
I mean, a lot of the, if you look at, if you type in Black Friday in the internet, you'll see a lot of the store advertisements are in red and black. So it's definitely like the idea that people that used to do ledgers with pen and paper, right? When things were at a loss, they would write in red. They would write in red ink. And when they were at a profit, they would write in black ink. So the idea is that throughout the year, from January 1st all the way until this Black Friday, that everything is a loss for the stores. They're in the red, right? Because they're selling, but they're not selling enough. But that on Black Friday, they have this huge, huge sale, and that all the people come to the stores and they buy so much that they go from being in the red, they go from being at a loss, right? And they go to be in the black, meaning that they're at a profit. That all the rest of the year, that all the stores, Walmart, Target, all the major stores, right, in the world, especially in the U.S., because it's Black Friday is mostly in the U.S., they're operating at a loss. And it's only the day after Thanksgiving, that we have these huge sales.
Yeah.
That
So I think I know want to ask something.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have to wait.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you so much. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm from Kazakhstan, and you are speaking about Friday, Black Friday. So it is also popular here, but it is, in comparison with America, it is very safe here because it is not crowded. To be honest, people don't believe at those sales because they think, in fact, the discounts, the real cost of the product, it is more cheaper. Yes, more cheaper. And on Black Friday, they just decrease a little. And that's why in this way, they are trying to deceive people. So that's why, so people can't believe this Friday or Black Friday. That's why it is not so crowded. And sometimes, as someone said here, it can last also not only Friday, 3 days up to Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for joining. That's very interesting that you have the sales in Kazakhstan. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah.
I have another subscriber from Kazakhstan. And yeah, that's really interesting. And I think you're right. I think the stores have those prices up higher than the actual real cost, and that when they discount them at sometimes like, oh, it's 50% off. It really isn't. It just was overpriced all that time. And now they brought it down to what would be the normal price. So I do agree that many times those sale prices are really not a good sale, for sure. And it's interesting they say that, well, I guess that it's safer there. Like here, well, last year, because of the whole pandemic, I think the stores really didn't have any sort of in-person Black Friday events, but we're going back to having it. I've seen all kinds of advertisements. Yesterday, I was watching the Macy's Day Parade, as Lila mentioned, and there was all kinds of commercials throughout the Macy's Day Parade about all the stores sales that I could go to, Walmart, Target, every store. I could go to these stores and get some great things on sale the next day. So I know for a fact, and I know if I went to my mother's and got the paper, because I don't buy the newspaper anymore, but the newspaper normally is this thick. But on Black Friday or Thanksgiving Day, it's going to be this thick because of all the advertisements for Best Buy, Walmart, Target, every single store you can think of, even apparently Zoom, which they're not putting an advertisement, but Zoom is on sale for Black Friday. Apparently, if you pay up and buy a year ahead, you're going to get a Black Friday sale from Zoom.
Even emails, when today I checked my email, it was advertised. Yeah, Black Friday was advertised.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
special
it's
offers.
everywhere. I'm sure social media, email, everywhere. Black Friday is going to be in those topics for sure. And to prepare for this, I think I mentioned I had gone shopping on Black Friday a few times, but I actually watched a lot of videos about Black Friday to kind of learn a little bit about the history of it. Myself, I have gone out for some things that I think I got a pretty good deal on, but I never went to go get a large flat screen television or anything like that.
Once I watched news on TV about the Black Friday in the US. It was something unbelievable, because the stores were so crowded, and people, I even heard that some people were, how to say that? It is like run over by the car, but
Yes,
by
I was
people.
telling Lila, asked me how many people have died. I don't know the exact number, but I know that there was a very famous one that happened in about 2008 where a store employee in Walmart got trampled by people and died as a result of people just trampling to get to the things. And they didn't even turn back to see if the person's okay. I'm not even sure that they knew they trampled somebody, because they just were so much wanting to get their things. And to me, it's like, doesn't make sense that people would just trample people to death, or they would fist fight people. Or there's one woman that pepper sprayed somebody in Walmart so she could get the Xbox, I think it was. She peppered sprayed the people so she could grab her Xbox and then go pay for it. And I think, well, what makes you any different than any common crook or criminal if you're going to trample people, or you're going to pepper spray in people's eyes so you can get that discounted price? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone. If you're just joining, we're talking about Black Friday, which is like today in the U.S. We're having all our Black Friday sales, which started yesterday, or started at midnight in some places, depending on where you live in the U.S. Here in Massachusetts, the stores, I believe, are not allowed to open until 4 a.m. But some places like New Hampshire, they usually open on Thanksgiving Day at 5 p.m. and they start having their Black Friday sales on Thanksgiving Day. So if you have questions, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. If you are in the chat, you can type them and we'll try to answer your questions in the chat.
By the way, happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you. I love that day of just being able to get together with my family. My son, as I said, just went off to college and he came home for the weekend for the Thanksgiving. So it was nice to be able to see him again.
Do you gift usually, how to say that, expensive things or not, or just for?
Yeah, so I try to not get expensive things. I try to live more of a minimalist life. So I try to get things that people need. And I always try to think, like with my kids, I think I want to give them something that they would use, like not just like, oh, this is really fun, this is awesome, I'm going to use it for like one day, and then they're not interested. So I try to think of practical things or things that they would be interested in using for a long time. It is getting harder. My daughter's 11, and I don't know what to get her this year because she doesn't really play with toys, but I try to think of things that she would like over time. And again, being like a minimalist, and, not to say that I don't have, I do have a flat screen TV, but it's really old. I bought it on sale. I'm not one of these people that's going to buy a new one every 2 years to get the most up-to-date thing. and in my house, things are minimalist, if that answers your question.
Yeah. Thank you.
So today, like if you want to unmute yourself, the topic is Black Friday. I would love to have other people talk as well, because it's great to have that conversation. And also, it's really hard to talk 1 hour straight. I've done it before on lives, but I think this is a great format to have a conversation with many people and gives me a chance to take a sip of water. So please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yes. Okay. So I have one more question. Is this a Black Friday? There is any term, conditions, means on celebrations, there are also some term and conditions. We should not do that. We should do this. So is there any term conditions on Black Friday after Thanksgiving Day?
You're I'm not sure I understand your question.
The
Term
term and
conditions?
condition. Term and conditions. Is there any term and condition on Black Friday?
Like rules or something?
Yes, like this.
Well, I think like after that incident I talked about at that Walmart where that guy was trampled, now they have like, so when I have gone to Walmart on Black Friday, they only allow so many people in at once. Like you have to, there's police there and there's like barriers and you're standing in line and they only allow 10 people in at once. So I have gone to Walmart on Black Friday, and I think as a result of tragedies that have happened, they have rules of like how many people can enter the store at once, how many people can be in there at once, what's the safe amount, and so on. So I definitely think that as we've had these just tragedy, like basically Wild West kind of behaviors of Americans in these stores where people have died or people have gotten hurt, they have put in rules. Like when I went to Walmart a few years ago, not only was it like you had to only be 10 people at once to go in, and then, oh, we can't have any more people because now we're at capacity, but the whole entire store was like one way for this aisle, one way for another aisle. So you couldn't just go anywhere. There was a real thought process of having it very organized way of shopping throughout the store. So you couldn't just like push your way through any which way, right? So I think that is a result of, unfortunate tragedies that we had in the past with the craziness. But there's still people that get hurt. I think for sure there's still fights. I've heard of people like fighting over that last, PlayStation or flat screen television. That still does happen, which I don't get, because like if you're going to go in a store and just like fight for it, like you're going to the store to buy something legally, but yet you're going to have a fight where you could get arrested, or like it doesn't make sense to me why people would do that.
Yeah, what about the schools and colleges? In schools and colleges, the teachers do the quiz competition, something like that on Black Friday.
So all the schools are closed. Like basically we have Thursday off because it's Thanksgiving, and then we have Friday off too. And the colleges are closed. So my son is home from college. So there's nothing happening at his college. It's closed. So yeah, there's no special competitions. I have changed my Black Friday. My tradition now is to go get my Christmas tree, where we'll actually drive to a farm where they grow Christmas trees and we'll cut it down. So that's my whole Black Friday shopping, which will still be kind of a little crowded. The farm isn't crowded, but the people like standing in line to pay for your Christmas tree, that's kind of crowded. But that's what I've changed instead of going to the crazy shops and Walmart and stuff, I go over to the Christmas tree farm and get a Christmas tree. That's what I do for Black Friday.
Okay, thank you. So we have others participant also. Oscar, do you want to ask any question to our YouTuber, Russell, on Black Friday?
Okay,
thank you.
hello everybody. I don't know, because I would like about activities in this meeting, please.
Yeah, we are talking about Black Friday. Have you heard about Black Friday?
Black Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, I need idea, because it's normal that people sometimes used to go to the buy, because and I thinking is only commercial for many of the stores or for many of the stores. It's only that, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I think the big thing on Black Friday that I was kind of talking about and I'll continue is that it's this whole idea, this whole myth that the stores are running at a loss for the whole entire year, and that on Black Friday they're going to have these crazy sale items. They're going to have 50% off for your, you could get like a flat screen television for $179 or something like that. You can get a computer, like you can get a decent, computer or a laptop for $200 or something like that. But there's only so many of them in the store that they are actually selling those ones below their cost. But there's only maybe 100 or 200 of those in the store. And the idea is they want to get you in the store and they want you to buy other things. Maybe you're going to get that. You're going to be one of the lucky ones that gets that flat screen for $179. But you're also going to see all the other regular priced items, and you're going to buy things that you didn't go to the store for, because they really want your cart to be filled with other things that you did not go to the store for. And the idea is that the myth is that you're helping them to now be in the black, to be profitable, because they were in the red the whole year until this day. But that's really not true. I actually believed that myth until I was actually preparing for this and I was watching some videos and reading the history of Black Friday. That's a myth that they created to make Black Friday seem like it's such a wonderful day. We as consumers are helping the stores, and the stores are helping us because they're selling us things at a discount. So they're helping us, right? But what are they selling us? They're selling us things we don't need, and they are basically really wanting us to go into that store and fill our cart with a bunch of stuff we don't need. I'm not sure, Oscar, if that answers your question, or if maybe you have some other questions.
Okay, I have a question because I don't know. I suppose, are you from Jews, really? I am from Honduras because I think that people in Jews to become more crazy in this day because it's Black Fridays as well. Is there are many churches start with a different discount. What about you? I don't know about in just United States.
Yeah, so I am from the United States, here in like Massachusetts near Boston. So in Honduras, do they have Black Friday sales there in Honduras?
Yes, in my country, but I don't know exactly because, for example, in my case, I never to able to buy anything because I think in sometimes many stores it's normal to say lies. For example, in the discount. I don't know because I think it's only commercial in this moment. The people or maybe never you understand what is the reason in this day. For example, many people become crazy or sometimes to have or to buy on credit because the credit is more love. I don't know.
That's a
Depends.
good point, and that's when I was watching one of the other videos. That was the thing that they were talking about, is that so America, it has a huge amount of credit card debt, right? And so we go and we buy all the stuff. We fill our cart first with that $179 flat screen television, but we fill our cart with all this other stuff, right? But how do we pay for it? We don't pay for it with cash. We pay for it with a credit card. So what happens? Are we able to pay that at the end of the month when that credit card comes due? Probably not, right? So we're increasing our credit card debt by going to the store and buying all the stuff that's discounted, but we're buying all this other stuff that's not discounted because we see it and we decide, oh, I need that, I need that, I need that. It's not a matter of like actually that I need it. It's a matter of like I want it. So it's a difference of like the things that are on sale are not your needs, right? They're not the things that you need to live. They're the things that you want. And you are, like you said, Oscar, the people here in the US anyway are buying stuff on credit. And that's not good because when we buy stuff on credit and if we don't pay that credit card when it comes due, what happens? We pay more. We pay huge interest. So that's really not a good thing.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, so if you have a question, please unmute yourself and ask the question. The topic again is Black Friday. I have also, after we're done, you can look in the description. I put a bunch of really good videos about Black Friday that I watched before going live that I thought were very helpful if you want to understand Black Friday in the US and how the idea of Black Friday sales have moved on to like Great Britain. They've had some where there were people getting, I guess at one time, like one of these flat screens, people grabbing all the flat screens and a flat screen fell on someone. So these kind of crazy things have happened in UK. They have spread throughout Europe, but they call them different things in Europe. And I've just learned that they have it still. They have these kind of sales in Honduras that Claudia had shared about Mexico having it, but having a different name. So please let me know, come off mute, where you're from. And if you're in the chat, you can put it in the chat, your question. I did see English Valentines from Dominican Republic. I've seen Vignesh from India and stuff, some people in the chat. So put your questions in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. So please let me know your questions.
Yes. So on shopping malls, which products is best on huge discount on Black Friday?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is those flat screen televisions, laptops, but flat screen televisions seem to be like the popular thing, and this thing that you see in all of those. If you see news, you see people like grabbing and fighting over them. I think somebody is it. I can't say your name, Haskan or something. I'm not sure if you were going to ask a question.
Hello, Rachel, right?
Rochelle, thank you for joining. Where are you from?
Okay, actually, I want to ask a question not only about Black Friday, also the effects of pandemic in United States of America. As far as I read in some newspaper, participation in both Thanksgiving and Black Friday is not at the same rate as in previous years. Probably people are afraid of COVID-19 and its effects as they are shopping. Do you think the price cuts for Black Friday were enough to increase participation? And I'm asking this question because there is no doubt that many countries are facing with some financial problems due to pandemic. What is the latest situation in America? Do people in America face with financial problems, or is there a problem in supplying materials? I
Okay,
just want to learn this.
yeah, all right. Let me answer. You have a number of different questions. First, throughout the years, even before the pandemic, Black Friday participation has gone down, and a lot of people moved online. So you asked about people being like afraid. Like last year, like Black Friday really didn't happen so much in the stores or most stores. Now here in the U.S., it's by state, right? In Massachusetts, they have very strict rules for COVID-19, but in Texas, not so much, right? There was like really no restrictions at all. So they probably had the same kind of Black Friday events. The governor of Texas, the governor of Florida, they don't believe in masks. They don't believe in all the things about the pandemic. But yes, I do believe that people, depending on where you live in the U.S., for sure, like I'm not going to the stores. And when I do go to the stores, I'm wearing, like sometimes I'm double masking. But here in the U.S., most of the stores are not requiring masks because apparently we think, or not we, but a lot of people in the U.S. think that we are over it, or maybe some people don't believe in the masks, and we can get into that. There's been stories about people ripping off other people's masks in stores and such like that here in the U.S. It's really not such a good thing, right? But I think it definitely, you asked about whether or not the sale prices would get people to go in. Well, that would be interesting to see after this weekend, the reports of how many people actually went to the stores and what were the sales like. Were the numbers the same as pre-pandemic? I know the numbers for people flying in airplanes is getting to be the same as pre-pandemic, but I don't know if those sales prices are going to be enough to get people, especially people like me that would be nervous about getting COVID. I'm not going to go in the stores for that reason as well, because not to mention, like, I don't really think the sale prices are good anymore, but I don't want to get COVID. I managed myself, and all my family have managed not to get COVID. And I like being careful, wearing masks and washing our hands and just trying to stay out of crowded places. I've managed not to get it, and I plan not to get it. Knock on some wood. Where's some wood? Right here. Right? So what is your other question? Your question is on supply. That's a big problem. I've been reading a lot about supply. There are all kinds of problems with supply throughout the world because of the pandemic, where either tons of people bought things, and apparently these cargo ships are waiting, like LA port in California. There are cargo ships waiting to be able to unload. They can't unload because there's just too many cargo ships, or there's not enough chassis. Chassis are what we take, those big metal bins. What are they called? I can't remember. We put them onto the chassis that are then attached to trucks, because here in the US, we don't believe in trains anymore, apparently. We do have trains still, but we don't believe in them as much. So all those big cargo bins are going to put on chassis that are going to be, driven across the United States to all the Walmarts of the United States and stuff, right? So what happens in LA anyway, there's not enough chassis, or the chassis belong to Walmart, and Walmart says, no, Target can't use my chassis. I'm just making up the stores. But basically in LA, the chassis belong to the actual stores. They don't belong. So it's not just like first comes, first serve on chassis. So you could have 200 available chassis to hold these bins, but you can't use them because they belong to someone else. There's another port in Virginia that doesn't do that. Instead, the actual port owns the chassis. However, where's stuff coming from? It's coming from China to California. It's not going around or through the Panama Canal to Virginia. And these boats are bigger and bigger and bigger because we, as Americans, we're greedy, not me, but as Americans, we're greedy and we want lots of stuff. So all of these big cargo ships getting bigger and bigger, and they can't go through the Panama Canal. So your question has so many levels. There's huge problems. When we go to the store, there are supply issues. There are things that, it's not like, geez, my children's father's from Russia and lived in Soviet Union. We definitely don't have empty shelves like in Soviet Union, but if I go to the store and I want to buy certain things, I am finding some things just aren't there. And there are things that if I wanted to buy certain things for my kids for Christmas, I'm not going to be able to get them because there's no way they're going to get from China to the port of LA and then to my Walmart. So I don't know if that answers your question. You had such a multifaceted, excellent question there.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Thank you for the answer.
And if you're just joining, you can come off mute, introduce yourself, let me know where you, and is it Hassan? Where are you from?
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Hassan. I'm from Turkey. I'm a businessman in Turkey. I'm a civil engineer and a constructor. That
Okay.
means I have a construction company in Turkey. But I did my master's degree in New York, in Long Island University.
Okay.
And I'm married. I'm 47 years old. I have 2 sons. And I have been living in Istanbul for 15 years. I asked that question because my wife is crazy about shopping. And for 2 years, she has been shopping, online shopping. She has been doing online shopping. So maybe also people in America, they should change their faces through the Cyber Friday. It can be better. That's
Yeah,
why
and
I asked that question.
And I agree, like myself, I have been more and more online shopping. One is that I don't like the crowds. Two, if I go to Walmart or any of these stores for any day, not to mention Black Friday, I'm buying things I don't need. But if I go to Amazon, I'm only buying the things that I need, only the things that I need or want. I'm not filling my cart with all kinds of things just because, oh, I see that, oh, I want that. So I think I'm doing better as far as like not buying stuff I don't need. And I think a lot of people have moved. I mean, that's another big problem too. I mean, it's good and bad because I think throughout the pandemic, we all moved to like, a lot of us moved to like, let's order stuff and not go to stores so we don't get COVID. But that resulted in more and more stuff being shipped from China and everywhere else where we're having this whole supply logistic issue. And in addition, you had like different warehouses or different factories that had COVID outbreaks that basically, they couldn't produce, or they couldn't, they couldn't have their warehouse workers. For example, I bought a couch. There's a couch over there. My couch was broken. I bought a couch. I went to the furniture store, picked out the couch in January. Anybody want to guess when I actually got that couch? I actually just got it in September. I ordered it in January. It's made in America. It's not coming from China. It's made in America. But with warehouse issues and supply issues and all the things that they need to get to make it, I had to wait 9 months to get that couch. I just got a new used car for me, because my car was all rusty. But new cars need these chips, right? These chips that run all the computer system. And there's a shortage of those because of the pandemic. So new cars there's not enough. So people are buying more and more used cars. It took me like 6 months to find a new used car for me. It's still almost a 10-year-old car, but I'm very happy to have it, because my other car was so rusty, because I live in Massachusetts where we have snow. And what do we put on the roads to deal with the snow? We put salt. Salt and metal don't mix, right? So my Toyota 4Runner for 2005 was all rusty. So we have a definite supply issue. We have a supply issue that's hitting our cars. We have a supply issue that's hitting bicycles from China. We have a supply issue and all these issues of like people that have gotten COVID in different factories and whatnot. So definitely your question about the pandemic definitely affected things. People shopping online affects things. People not wanting to possibly exposed to be getting COVID affects things for sure. So anybody just joining, if you want to come off of mute and introduce yourself, let me know where you're from.
Yeah.
We're talking
I have
about,
one more question.
Yeah, go ahead, Lila.
Yeah. So what is the current situation in America on Black Friday? You people are shopping in online or in offline?
So I think more and more throughout the couple years, more people were shopping online. But when I drive by, even before Black Friday, because right now I'm in the house, I haven't gone out, I don't know, and I haven't watched any news to tell me what's happening now. But just by driving by the mall, and my grocery store is by the mall, we still have a mall, there's so many people. If I drive to Walmart every single day for the past, I would say the past 6 or 7 months, Walmart is full. Like people are in Walmart, the whole parking lot's full. And people are in Walmart shopping without masks. Like it's as if I wear a mask, but people are there shopping without masks. So I'm not sure what we'll see. I'll be interested in seeing in the next few days. I don't know how quickly they will report the numbers, but they will be able to report how many people are in the stores. But it might take a while for them to report like what were the sales numbers for Walmart, what were the sales numbers for Target and stuff. But I'm sure we're going to see reports that are going to either say they're up, but I'm going to think that they're going to be down. Because even before the pandemic, the actual in-person shopping was going down because more people, as Hassan said, more people are shopping online. More people are shopping online and less people are shopping in stores. That was before the pandemic. And I think the pandemic has only increased our tendency to shop online because we don't want to, like for me, I don't want to be exposed to COVID-19, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I would not be able to tell you for sure if the numbers are going to hit pre-pandemic. I do know that they reported that airplane, like riding in airplanes and passenger is pre-pandemic. We finally gotten to where we were pre-pandemic for people actually taking planes to go places, right?
Yes. Exactly. Okay. So we have more participants. There are so many participants. I think 11 participants.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Please let us know where you're from, your name and where you're from.
Yes. My name is Qadr Hussain. I'm from Pakistan. I'm 32 years old. I studied electronic engineering and master in business administration. Recently, I'm working in elementary and secondary education department. So, do you know you said that whenever I go online shopping, so I go for Amazon and buy the thing which I need. Yes, and when you go to market, so you will buy many more things. The same case is with my mother. Whenever she want to go to market, so she whenever she saw something, she buy it because the thing they come in the way. So she said that yes, we need this thing, we need this thing, we need this thing. So we go for one thing and buy many more things. So it was outstanding to hear that online shopping is also good if because when you need one thing, so you will buy that thing. And if you are going for offline shopping, going to go to market, so you will buy many more things.
Yeah, and I think I think Amazon and all those online shoppers are probably trying to get you to buy more things. Like they'll say, "Oh, other people have enjoyed this if they bought that," but for me that doesn't work. I just pay attention to what I'm buying. So I'm sure there's going to be more like when you shop and you look on something in Amazon, and then maybe you go to Facebook or you go whatever, then you're all of a sudden seeing that everywhere. I'm seeing, "Oh, there's that coat I was looking on Amazon. Oh, I can just click here." So it's kind of like they're trying to encourage you, and of course they're following you with cookies and whatever else. But I think in general for me, and as you said for your mother, maybe it's worked where you're buying less because at the store you see it, you can see it, you can touch it, right? But like if you're up on the computer, I'm not as apt to buy something that I just see. So I think, but there is a cost of all this. I mean, environmental cost, like Hassan was talking about the shipping and all that, like all this stuff that we're doing, like every single time that I'm buying stuff from Amazon, I'm trying to think more about maybe doing it less because every single time I'm doing it, I'm having more packages come to my house. I'm having more trucks on the road. So I'm trying to be more thoughtful of the environment to say, okay, maybe I'm going to just maybe make all those orders maybe once a week instead of let me order one thing on Monday and another thing on Wednesday, because I just want to, right? Instead, really think about it and think about the environmental cost because every single time I'm ordering stuff from Amazon, I'm getting these plastic bags or I'm getting all these boxes. I'm getting all this stuff. Some of it is recyclable. Some of it's not. If you're just joining, if you want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself, let me know where you're coming from. And we're talking about Black Friday because today is Black Friday in the US. We'll probably maybe go another 30 minutes.
So do you have a WhatsApp group?
Lila has one. English with Lila has a WhatsApp group.
Please send the link.
Yeah, we will let you, don't worry. So if you have any more questions on Black Friday, you can ask.
So what about the Black Friday?
I mean, Black Friday is basically the day after Thanksgiving here in the US, which we just had yesterday. And it's like the biggest sale day in the US. And it has spread throughout the world as well. And so basically, it's a day when people are going in huge numbers for all these sales. Oscar's saying, what are the stores, the most important stores, and where are the real prices? So the biggest stores that people would go to for Black Friday would be Walmart for one. I think Best Buy because people like all the electronics, the flat screen television groups. I'm reading the flat screen televisions. I was reading the chat. Things like that they're going to go to Best Buy for. So I think you're going to have the biggest lines of people waiting outside of the Walmarts, maybe Target, Best Buy. I myself, when I've gone out for Black Friday, I did not go, at least not first to Walmart. I've gone to Walmart on Black Friday, but not when it first opens. I've gone there usually like maybe after it's been open for a few hours. Because the crowds are just too much. Even now with crowd control, they put in some rules because we've had some unfortunate things. Actually, I shared earlier about this person that died in 2008 because of people just trampling in to get what they wanted. But even with that, I avoid going to those. And now I don't even go. My big thing today will be going to go get my Christmas tree. I don't go to any of those stores anymore. If you're just joining, if you want to, and anybody that hasn't had a chance, please unmute yourself, introduce yourself, let me know where you're from. We're talking about Black Friday. If you have a question about that, please do so. And I see, let's see, I see Wasmir said, I live in Kashmir. I am your student. I am your first viewer on YouTube. Wow, thank you. And you have a question on how to improve grammar. Well, I am not a grammar teacher, Wasmin. I really teach through conversation and telling stories. But I do have on my YouTube channel a few different YouTubers that I think are good for grammar. So I'm not going to say, and as we talked about this a couple weeks ago with Lila, I'm not going to say grammar is not important, but I'm not going to be able to be your grammar teacher, but I can be your English teacher where I teach you through conversation. So please, I can direct you to my YouTube channel, which has a couple other YouTubers that teach grammar. But here you're going to learn through conversation with me.
Dr. King, wanna
Hi,
ask
ma'am.
something?
Yeah, go ahead. Dr. King, is that your doctor?
Yeah, I'm
Wow,
doctor.
where are you from?
I'm from Pakistan.
Okay, thank you for joining.
How are you all?
I'm doing really good. It's early here. I know it's nighttime in Pakistan. It's early. It's 8 o'clock and I'm drinking my coffee. Thank you. I'm having a great day.
It's great. And how are you all?
Yeah, so
First
like
of all-
today is Black Friday. We had Thanksgiving yesterday and today is Black Friday. So a lot of my friends and relatives might be at the stores. Maybe they've not slept and they've gone to Walmart and they waited in line to get that flat screen television. So like that's basically, oh, you got coffee too, Hassamin? Oh, Hassan, I think it is, sorry. So
That's great.
basically today is all about talking about Black Friday. So if you have questions, have you heard of Black Friday before?
It's great. First of all, I appreciate it all of your efforts. And how we will grow our language and how we conversate and group our fluency.
Yeah,
So
I
this
mean, I
is my
think the biggest thing for growing, and I'll tell you from my own experience trying to learn Spanish, is by listening to the language.
Yeah.
You know, focusing on things first that you can understand and that you find interesting. So I would listen to news in English. I would, you know, anything that you're watching, if you watch television shows, put them in English, put on the subtitles. YouTube, listen to it in English. What I like about YouTube and Netflix and stuff like that is you can slow it down. You can slow it down. So if I'm talking too fast, you can go the little gear thing, that's the settings, and you can slow down the speed. You can put on the subtitles, and I would really focus on listening. That's how, the more times you are exposed to different words, the more that's going to become a word that will be fluent to you, right? That you're going to it's going to be more natural, right?
There is a great difference between grammar and language. So how we can assess and about grammar, English grammar and language?
The difference between English grammar and I mean, grammar is just the rules for the language, any language. So, you know, the language
Dr.
is
King.
based.
Sorry for interfere. Dr. King, we are talking about Black Friday. So if you have more question on Black Friday, you can ask because we are discussing on
Yeah,
Black
thank
Friday.
you. So the topic today is Black Friday. We can talk a different day about those type of topics. We might have a different suggestion for topics.
Sorry for diverting from
That's
your
okay.
topic.
Okay, I had a question for you, Rochelle.
Yes.
I don't know, for example, I think you had a good knowledge in confidential because can you tell me or can you share the good advices for the people in this moment stop the control to waste the money, for example, in the Black Friday?
Okay, so your advice of how not to waste money?
Yes, the good advice. For example, remember the people in this day become crazy with the different announcements in the television, radio, or even in the social media.
So that's a good question, and I kind of think about really what need versus want, right? I studied economics, and one of the things we talked about was need versus want. Like, okay, there's certain things you need to live. There's certain things that you need for your day-to-day life. But there's certain things that you just want, like that flat screen television. Like I don't actually need a flat screen television at all. I might want one, and I do have one, but my flat screen television is like 10 years old, right? But there's some people that not just do they want to have a new one every year, the newest model, right? And that's like really, creates this whole culture of like throw away everything, buy new, throw away everything, buy new. It's bad for the environment. It's bad for our wallet. We end up causing our credit card debt to go up if, or it's bad for us to save for retirement and for other things. So more thinking about what do I really need? I would like a bigger flat screen television, but I don't really need it. It's like a want, right? So to really kind of think, what do you need to live? What do you need? And trying to be more of a minimalist. I do have, like you see, I have different decorations. I have a lava lamp and everything, but trying to really think, do I need that? Sometimes what I've done, because I really like things, like you'll see my little things on the shelf and everything. Now I say, well, I have the cell phone. I'm just going to take a picture of it. I really think it's pretty. I'm going to take a picture of it. That's good enough for me. I can look at it. I don't need to own it, So for me, I think being able to just kind of like look at things and enjoy the beauty of them, but think I don't really need to have it. I'm not sure if that answers your question completely, but I think really trying to just reuse stuff that you have, be happy with the things that you have, and not necessarily deciding that you need to have the most newest of everything, right? I would think that would be a good way to kind of like cut back on the spending and everything. We have Julio, he is from Bolivia. He's saying, good morning, Rochelle, and hi, everyone. I wonder what you're going to share with us about Black Friday. So I think, Julio, you might be just joining, but I did share a bunch, and I can share a little bit more about the history of Black Friday. If you have a particular question, so here in the U.S. is Black Friday. If you want to let me know, in Bolivia, do you have any Black Friday sales? It's basically the biggest sale day in the U.S. and in other countries as well, but really started here in the U.S. As a day that the stores put their biggest sales of the year and try to get people to go to stores. But they only discount a few things, a few big ticket things, because they want people to go to the store and fill their carts with stuff they don't need.
Wasim raised his hand. I think you want to ask something. Hello, Wasim.
Yes,
Okay, ask your question.
yes,
You want to say something? Because you have raised your hand.
yes. I have one question
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
how I do improve my English grammar.
Yeah, so today's topic is about Black Friday, and I think I was trying to tell you, Asim, that I'm really not a grammar teacher. There's lots of different people that teach grammar on YouTube. I really teach through conversation. So, I would, again, just say the best thing to do to improve your English in general is listen more to, like, this discussion, listen more to different topics in English and stuff. But if you're looking for grammar, one is the topic today is Black Friday, and two, I don't really teach grammar. I'm more of a conversationalist type of tutor.
And
Hannah has her.
I have one question more. Can I ask you, ma'am?
Yes.
When I write English, I can write anything, but when I speak, I cannot speak more. How
Again,
to
I think it's a
speak?
matter of listening more to the language before you start speaking, because the more you listen, the more you'll develop your fluency. I'm going to go on to Hannah, who has, Hannah, you have your hand up. Do you have a question?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Hope you are doing all good. I just want to ask about what's the Black Friday exactly? I didn't get the idea.
Okay. First, Hannah, where are you from?
I'm from Algeria.
Okay, Algeria. So Black Friday is really like a big sale day after our holiday Thanksgiving in the U.S. The biggest sale day of all the stores, where they discount things like flat screen televisions, laptop computers, all kinds of things that you might want, but you don't necessarily need. And they have really big discounts. And the idea is to get you in the store, to go to the store, to buy these flat screen televisions and stuff like that, which they only have a certain amount, but then you're going to buy other things you don't need. And the idea of it is really that for the full year, the stores are in the red, meaning they're selling at a loss. But on Black Friday, when they get you to come in the store and buy all the stuff you don't need, then they go into the black, meaning that they're at a profit. But that's really a myth. Apparently, I just learned that while I was preparing for this. So I hope that answers your question. I think we have, did someone else have a question? I'm not sure if I saw someone else's hand up.
Hello, Rachel.
Oh, hello, Richard. Where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
Indonesia. Okay, thank you so much for joining. What's your question about Black Friday?
So what did you bought in the Black Friday when big sale in US?
Yeah, it's like the biggest day for sales. Like it has been expanded for more than Friday, but the biggest discounts you're going to find will be if you go to the stores, sometimes at 12 a.m., sometimes here in Massachusetts, the stores are not allowed to open until 4 a.m. But if I wanted to, I could have driven to New Hampshire, which is the next town over, and I could have gone shopping, I think, last night for Black Friday sales. Does that answer your question?
No, I have no idea about Black Friday.
Okay, so I have been talking about it, and I'm going to talk about it more. I do have, is it Yoga asking a question? Where are you from, Yoga?
Yeah, I'm from Indonesia also.
Okay, so what is your question about Black Friday?
About the color of black. Can you repeat?
So the color black again, and if you're just joining, so the color black has to do back in the day when people would take a feather, a plume, right? And they would write their profits and loss with ink, right? They used black ink when it was a profit. They used red ink when it was a loss. So sometimes a company will say they're in a loss, that they're in the red, meaning that they are at a loss, right? So the stores say all the way from January 1st until this last Friday of November that they are selling in the red. They're selling at a loss. Red means a loss, right? I think sometimes if you use spreadsheets, red is always like whenever you have negative numbers, I believe that the spreadsheets turns it red. And black is a profit. So the idea is that they put all these things on sale and you go to the stores and you buy all the stuff on Black Friday, and the stores magically, because you bought all the stuff, you help them go from the red to the black. And they also helped you because they sold all this wonderful stuff to you so cheaply. However, and this is something I believed for years, however, I learned that this whole idea is a myth that they have really sold us because they want us to feel good about going to the store and spending our money on Black Friday. Does that answer your question on why it's called Black Friday?
Yes. So the black is about the color of ink from
profit.
The pen.
Yeah, profit basically.
It's in profit, and red is losses.
Is a loss, yes.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
And maybe I'm not sure if that. Go ahead.
If you don't mind, can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as I learned from my American friends, the Black Friday name was given by police. Because of the crowd traffic and the crowd, I think.
You are absolutely correct. And so I think you weren't on as early, but I was talking about that. That happened, I think, in the 1950s in Philadelphia, when the police were talking about all the people that were crowding to the stores after Thanksgiving holiday, and they called it had a negative connotation because they called it Black Friday because people were calling out sick from work and they were going to the stores and causing all this traffic and they were stampeding, and so it had a negative connotation. And so the stores actually tried to change the name to Big Friday because of the negative connotation of Black Friday. There was also like some gold, like people that were investing in gold in the 1800s, and that price of gold dropped, and that had another negative connotation. And during my research, I found out that in France, they don't call it Black Friday because they had like a terrorist attack that happened on a Friday. So Black Friday is all about that, like means like the whole terrorist attack. So US tried to change the name to Big Friday, but it didn't catch on. So they went with the Black Friday. They wanted to change it to Big Friday. But then they started to come up with this myth that we're helping the stores. We're helping them go from the red to the black. And that's a good thing, right? Because we want the stores to be in the black because then they won't go out of business and people have jobs, and they're helping us because they're selling us this stuff at a discount. So I actually thought that was true, but as I was watching and I was reading the history, Wikipedia and the History Channel, and watching a number of videos that I put inside of the description of this video, I found out that's a myth. I didn't know that, so I fell for this myth too.
Thank you. Thank you for the explanation.
So, 10 more minutes. Do anybody that has not spoken want to ask a question, introduce yourself, and ask me a question?
Abdullah. Hello, Abdullah. If you have any question on Black Friday.
Jean, I can't hear you too well. You want to try again or type your question in the chat because I couldn't, your mic seems to be kind of.
Hello,
Do we
madam.
have anyone that has not asked a question? If you want, you can put it in the chat and I'll try to answer. I have not been able to answer everybody's questions in the chat on YouTube because there's so many people talking, but I'm hoping that everyone's learning something from the video.
Yes,
Madam?
Abdullah. Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead. Is it Abdullah?
Hello, madam. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? Where are you from? And what's your name?
I'm doing fine. My name is Abdullah from Pakistan.
Okay, welcome. Thank you so much. Do you have a question for me about Black Friday?
Yes, first you make me understand what is the meaning in Black Friday.
Yeah, I mean, so it basically is this big, huge sale day after our Thanksgiving. So yesterday we had Thanksgiving and we had turkey and our families all got together. And then the Black Friday is really like this day that we all start our Christmas shopping. So Hassan was talking about how in Philadelphia, the police had called it Black Friday because there were so many people rushing out in the streets and rushing in the traffic and everything else that the police actually gave it that negative name of Black Friday because it caused them this headache, right? Because people wanted to get out. We wanted to take that day after Thanksgiving to start our Christmas shopping. And so with everyone wanting to get a head start on our Christmas shopping, the stores started to kind of like, hey, everybody's going to stores. Let's have some sales. Let's like, you know, get more people to come to the stores. So the whole Black Friday came out of, originally in the US, came out of in Philadelphia in about the 1950s of a negative connotation, but it's turned into this thing that stores are marketing, and you'll see all like Walmart Black Friday sales, you know, Target, Walmart Black Friday sales. You'll see all these sale flyers that will be this thick inside of my newspaper, right? This thick of newspaper flyers of the different sale items.
Okay, I got it.
All right. Anyone else that hasn't asked a question, that hasn't spoken, that would like to ask a question? We'll have about 7 minutes left. So I'd like if other people that haven't spoken yet.
I think Mar has asked a question to you on chat.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever gotten a big 90% discount when you shop at the store?
So I haven't personally, but I know people who have, like, they would have these sales where there were only 100 items, right? There were only 100 like flat screen televisions or something like that. So you really had to be in line since the night before, and then you needed to rush to grab that item, be one of those first people, and get to the line to pay for it. So I never wanted to, that's just not worth it to me. First of all, I waited 2 hours before, sometimes in my car and then in line in the freezing cold, because it gets very cold here where I live. And that was hard to wait from the night before to be the first in line to get a 90% off. Yeah, there are people that probably got a discount of 90% off if they did that. but there's less and less of those type of discounts happening now. And again, if you want to get any significant discounts, you are going to have to be in line super early, probably staying the night before. So I have not. And we have somebody coming from Mexico. Thank you. Hello. I'm not sure how to say your name, but thank you. Anyone else that has a question that wants to unmute that hasn't spoken yet?
Madam,
About Black Friday.
Ma'am?
Yes.
May I ask some question about English?
A quick question, because today is about Black Friday. You can ask a quick question. I'd like to give other people that might want to speak that haven't spoken yet.
Okay.
So, Robert, we have another participant. Robert. Hello, Robert.
Robert,
you
do you
have
have
any
a question and where are you coming from? Let me know. I'd like to hear your question. And I see somebody named Marianne too. Is it Mariana?
Mariana, yes.
Yeah, where are you coming from, Mariana?
So, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, okay. Okay, first I'll have Mariana and then Robert. Mariana, you're coming from Bulgaria. Have you heard of Black Friday before?
Yes, we have the Black Friday in Bulgaria as well, but I don't buy so many things.
Okay. Do they call it Black Friday or do they have a different name for it?
No, it's the same Black Friday.
Okay. Yeah, one of the videos they said in one of the European countries they had different names for it. So I was kind of interested. So thank you for sharing. Robert, where are you coming from? If you want, you can put it in the chat as well. I'm going to have 4 more minutes for anybody. I see Mar as well that, oh, Robert, are you able to talk now?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Do you hear me?
Yes. Where are you from, Robert?
My name is Robert, and I'm from Haiti. Actually, I live in Dominican Republic, and it's a great subject today for the Black Friday. But here in Dominican Republic, they call it Viernes Negro. It's in Spanish. But Black Friday is a great day. Back in the history is like for the slave. They sold the slave, and after the Thanksgiving, and we have the Black Fridays. But I think that is a good day to have a discount for everything that you can purchase, and I think it's good.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. I have Mar saying, have you ever experienced an unpleasant experience in Black Friday? So my most unpleasant experience, I had gone to Kohl's, which is a department store here, and I went there to get this big roaster oven that I was going to make a turkey with for Christmas because we already had Thanksgiving. And I went there by myself. I waited for 2 hours out in my car. It was very cold. And Kohl's doesn't get as busy as Walmart, but it does get pretty busy. People were waiting all around the store to get into Kohl's, but I wasn't worried about it because I didn't think that all of the roaster ovens were going to be, they weren't flat screen televisions. I didn't think they were going to get sold out of roaster ovens. So I was able to wait for the whole masses of people to go in and go into Kohl's, and I was able to get my roaster oven. Now Kohl's doesn't have regular shopping carts. So I had to just take, in fact, they had no shopping carts that day. They have these little carts, they're smaller, that don't hold very much, but they weren't even available for Black Friday. So I had to take this big roaster, and it's about, 40 pounds, and I had to carry it. Now I got in line. The line was all around the store, and I waited in that line with a coffee because it was like now 4 a.m. I waited in that line for almost 2 hours. I was uncomfortable. I had to go to the bathroom. I was wishing I didn't buy that coffee. I saw other people that went with more than one person so they could take turns standing in line. I thought, geez, I should have done that. So I did get my roaster oven, and it was probably 50% off. I think it was normally like an $80 item I got for $40. And I did buy some other things I didn't need. So I just was pushing it. So I had this big roaster oven, and I had all these other things that it was like sheets, blankets, different things from the department store. And I had it on the floor. And every time the line moved up, I would just push the whole pile closer, and I waited for 2 hours. So that was my worst experience as far as shopping on Black Friday. So does anybody have one last question about Black Friday?
I think I should read this question. One has said, yeah, in the chat. Have you ever had an unpleasant experience when you celebrate Black Friday?
Oh yeah, that was the one I just answered about standing in line for 2 hours. Mar, where are you from?
Hello, Mar.
If you want to
I come
put
from
that.
Indonesia.
Indonesia, okay. Yeah, so that was my most unpleasant experience. I've known other people that, you know, like might have, I don't actually know of them, but I've heard of people that, you know, have been in fights and stuff like that. Not many of my friends bother going for Black Friday anymore. I think we all feel that it's not worth the time. It's not, the sales aren't very good anymore. And most of the people I know are probably buying online. Thank you everyone for joining. This is something that Lila and I will do maybe once or twice a month. This was kind of, is Saliman, do you have a question? Because I don't think you have gone. I saw you light up. I wasn't sure if you wanted to have a question before we stop. Okay, so anyway, the idea, again, please hit the like button. The idea is Lila and I will do this maybe once or twice a month, next time on Lila's YouTube channel. And we'll have these kind of like Zoom live streams onto YouTube, and we'll invite people to come into the Zoom, and other people can take part on the YouTube channel. And again, thank you so much, Lila, for inviting people. It was a last minute thing that I thought, well, it's Black Friday and I don't have much to do today, and that's a great topic. So let's have a conversation.
Thank you to you too, Process, and thank you everyone for joining with us and for asking questions on Black Friday. If you want to join with us, you can join and do the subscribe to our YouTubers, Russell's YouTube channels.
And to subscribe to Lila's as well. I know he put it in the chat, and I will include it in the description of this YouTube video. And I believe Lila put his WhatsApp group as well in the chat.
Group. Yeah, if you want to join. Okay, guys.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, so I just